They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this, but they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
Today's Arizona Youth Football game is powered by the husband and wife law team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases, go to husbandandwifelawteam.com.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
We've prepared for this, but they're bigger than us. They're all talk.
We are the husband and wife law team.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this, but they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
Today's Arizona Youth Football game is powered by the husband and wife law team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases, go to husbandandwifelawteam.com.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
We've prepared for this, but they're bigger than us. They're all talk.
We are the husband and wife law team.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this, but they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
Today's Arizona Youth Football game is powered by the husband and wife law team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases, go to husbandandwifelawteam.com.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
We've prepared for this, but they're bigger than us. They're all talk.
We are the husband and wife law team.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
Today's Arizona Youth Football game is powered by the husband and wife law team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases, go to husbandandwifelawteam.com.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk.
We are the husband and wife law team.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year. Let's go get pressure deep.
And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry. Start game 3 of the day. It's 11 and under the Desert Devils. They are in the colors that look a lot like ASU, that yellowish and maroon, and the Elite Outlaws in the white and the orangish uniforms. So, second down and 10 for the Desert Devils from their own 35-yard line. They got the opening kickoff. Chevy is the quarterback. Van goes in motion. Chevy tosses far side. It is complete. Racing forward close to the first down marker is Lopez, and he picks up 12 yards. It'll be a first down for the Desert Devils. Christian is the head coach. Chevy wearing number 15, the quarterback. Josiah 5. Santos, the running backs, at 5 and 13. Lardson, number 18, one of the key wide receivers. Lopez 11, Josiah 5. So the Elite Outlaws, head coach Elias Valenzuela. Desert Devils out of Tolleson, and a handoff over the right side and first down and 10. Desert Devils again, and a run over the right side, and a pickup of about 5 yards. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get all the numbers coming in, as unable to get a roster at the last second. So number 7 picking up about 5 yards. Temperature right about 100 degrees. A penalty, and that 5-yard gain will come back against the Desert Devils. They're out of Tolleson. It'll be first down and 15 for the Desert Devils from their own 42-yard line. Just underway, no score. Opening possession of the ball game for the Desert Devils. Empty backfield, Chevy out of the shotgun. Man goes in motion is Santos, 13. Quick toss far side. It goes off the hands of 7, once again incomplete. Today's Arizona Youth Football game is powered by the husband and wife law team, serious injury and wrongful death cases. Go to husbandandwifelawteam.com. So the Desert Devils getting the ball first and facing a second down and 15 from their own 42-yard line. Game 1, it was the Warhawks beating the Cobras 22-0 in a 10 and under ball game. Last ball game, Squad 48 beating the Scorpions 36-18 in 11 and under. Second and 15, Desert Devils from their own 42-yard line. 4 receiver set, Chevy out of the shotgun. He will look to throw the ball, has pressure, rolls to his right. In trouble, being chased, running for his life, and throws it on the run to the far side. Josiah Mitchell, 78, was one of the main guys giving chase. A penalty marker is down, as well as Rylan Johnson, 77. Can't imagine what that penalty marker, unless it was intentional grounding. There was nobody over there on the far side for Chevy to throw to. The referee is waving that off. Still a little bit of a breeze out there, which it is warm though, still about 101 degrees. It's game 3 of the 3-game series today. The Winners here will go to the state championship played next week. We're at Corona del Sol High School in southern Tempe. School opened in 1977, so it's been around quite a bit.
Let's go, Outlawz!
So they waved off that penalty. It is 3rd and 15 for the Desert Devils from their own 42-yard line. They need the other 43 for a first down. Chevy goes out of the shotgun with 4 receivers. In fact, he went under center that time. Being chased, throws on the run into double coverage, and that nearly was grabbed on the far side. Lardson went up for that one with a man all over him. And he was unable to come up with it. Caleb Bostic, 13, the defensive back, was there to fight with him for the ball. So on 4th down and 15, the Desert Devils will go for it. No score, the opening possession of the ball game. Right around 6 minutes remaining in the opening quarter, I'm guessing. Desert Devils receive the ball first, and they face a 4th and 15 from their own 42. They need the opposite 43 for a first down. Empty backfield, 4 receivers. Penalty marker comes in now. And that will go against the Desert Devils. It'll be 4th and 20 for the Devils, back in their own 37 now. Fourth down and 20 for the Devils from their own 37. And a timeout is called for the Desert Devils here. Approximately 6 minutes remaining in this opening quarter with no score. So the Elite Outlaws, they will be trying to shut down the Desert Devils on this 4th down and 20.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry. Corona del Sol High School in Tempe, no score. Santana will punt it away for the Desert Devils on 4th down and 20. It takes a Desert Devil roll and goes down to the 39-yard line. 25-yard punt. It was picked up at the last second by the Elite Outlaws, but to no avail. Picked up by Sea Dog, Cameron Moore. So Santana doing the punting and kicking for the Desert Devils. First possession for the Elite Outlaws. Gabriel Valenzuela, the quarterback, wearing number 1. Jaden Valenzuela, one of the main running backs, number 2. Sea Dog, number 0, Rhodes 20. DT, number 3. And 18 Pearson will get a lot of the plays on offense. 1st and 10 for the Elite Outlaws from their own 37-yard line. Handoff going left this time. Penalty marker comes in. Sea Dog races to the outside and taken down by Lopez on the far side, but guessing this one's going to come back. So another penalty, and this will negate about an 18-yard pickup by Sea Dog. This is going to cost the Elite Outlaws 15 yards and holding. So both teams have kind of shot themselves in the foot with penalties of their own. It'll be first down and 20 for the Elite Outlaws back at their own 28-yard line. Gabriel Valenzuela, the quarterback, will go under center with 3 backs in the backfield. Pitch it going right this time. Jaden Valenzuela trying to get to the outside, and to no avail. Maybe picked up a yard at best. Taken down by 31 on the far side. Still a little bit of a breeze out there. It was a gain of 2, second down and 18. Elite Outlaws from their own 30-yard line. No score. I'm guessing 3 or 4 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. Desert Devils got the ball first and picked up a first down here or there, then forced a punt on 4th down, and now the Elite Outlaws with their first possession of the ball game, facing a 2nd and 18 from their own 30-yard line. Gabriel Valenzuela under center again. They hand off to the fullback straight ahead. Ball may have popped loose after a gain of a couple. Rhodes getting the carry inside, and Santana in the middle of that line for, as well as Hernandez, 35. The interior of that line for the Desert Devils. A pickup of 3 on that play, and the Elite Outlaws still facing a long 3rd down, 3rd and 13 from their own 35-yard line. They need their own 48 for a first down. No score. About 3 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. The first possession of the ball game for the Elite Outlaws. A bad snap in going down on one knee is Valenzuela, and that'll bring up 4th down and a loss of 5 on that play, bringing up 4th down and 20. Check that. It'll be 4th down and 17, which is not so good either. Ball rests at the 31 of the Elite Outlaws. They need their own 48 for a first down. Will they try to punt it away? Valenzuela is back out of the shotgun. He will look to throw. Fires over the middle into triple coverage, and it goes incomplete, intended for Jaden Valenzuela. We've got some clapping here on the side of the Elite Outlaws. Appears to be a penalty on the play. I didn't happen to see exactly what did happen. Pass interference. They're marking the ball at the 46 of the Elite Outlaws, which is 2 yards shy of the first down, so they gave him a 15-yard penalty. It'll be 4th down and 2 Elite Outlaws from their own 46-yard line. A little bit more manageable than 4th and 17. Still no score. Both teams have had possessions. Later stages of the opening quarter. 4th down and 2. A direct snap to Jaden Valenzuela, and he slithers his way through a small crease on the right side, and he picks up 8 yards and a first down. So Jaden Valenzuela getting a direct snap and picking up the first down for the Elite Outlaws. Sea Dog checks the near sideline. Cameron Moore wearing number 0. So a first down for the Elite Outlaws, 1st and 10 at the Desert Devils 46-yard line. The backfield is bunched in very, very tight. Gabriel Valenzuela, the quarterback, out of a Well, it's a direct snap to Sea-Dog going to his left. Trying to get to the outside, and down he goes. Big hit over here by 33 of the Desert Devils. No gain on the play. Closing moments of this opening quarter, no score. Both teams have had one possession each. Second down and 10 for the Elite Outlaws at the 46 of the Desert Devils. Gabriel Valenzuela goes out of the shotgun. 3 receivers. Fires over the middle. This is complete. Racing forward, this is Jaden Valenzuela, and is a foot race, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. No penalties, I guess. It goes for 46 yards. The Elite Outlaws take a 6-0 lead in a 46-yard pass from Gabriel Valenzuela to Jaden Valenzuela. Closing moments of this opening quarter. Liam Orozco will come in and try the 2-point extra point. Trying to kick it through from 20 yards. Orozco will try for the 2-point kick. And offsides on that left side of the defensive line for the Desert Devils. Won't make a big difference. So we'll try it again. This is really the first time that any of the teams have actually kicked the ball from, the 10 yet. Well, now he moves it up to the 9 due to that offside, where you're actually getting about 7 yards distance to kick it. Otherwise, the chances of getting it blocked are a little more tough. Good snap. Roscoe's kick is up. He drills it through, and it's good for 2 points. It is 8-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws here in the closing moments of the opening quarter after Gabriel Valenzuela hitting Jaden Valenzuela in a 46-yard touchdown pass. So both teams with possessions, and the Elite Outlaws with their possessions scoring on the pass to Jaden Valenzuela. The 2-point kick conversion was good by Orozco. It is 8-0 Elite Outlaws here in the closing moments of the opening quarter. Today's Arizona Youth football game is powered by the Husband and Wife Law Team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases? Go to husbandandwifelawteam.com. Winners head to the state championship game next week. There was indeed a penalty, a holding or personal foul penalty on the extra point. So the Elite Outlaws will kick off from the 45 of the Desert Devils. Lopez back deep here on the near side, and on the far side, Josiah, well, check that, it's number 7. On the far side, Orozco to kick off from the 45 of Desert Devils. He drills a knuckleball, and that will roll towards the end zone. It's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Elite Outlaws off to a 8-0 lead here in the closing moments of the opening quarter. Earlier ball games at noon, 10 and under, it was the Warhawks beating the Cobras 22-0. 2 p.m., 11 and under, it was the Squad 48 beating the Scorpions 36-18. Still a little bit of a breeze down here at Tempe Diablo Stadium. Or not Tempe Diablo. Corona del Sol High School in Tempe. Tempe Diablo Stadium over at I-10. So the Desert Devils go to work 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Chevy, number 15, is the quarterback. Josiah, number 5, and Santos, 13, will get a lot of carries. Out of the shotgun. Chevy on the quarterback delay, goes straight ahead, and he's thrown down after a short gain by Felix Blue Feely. In addition to the roster, Fely. So Felly in at linebacker 43. A gain of 6 on the quarterback delay. It's 2nd down and 4 for the Desert Devils from their own 26. They trail it 8-0 here, the final moments of the opening quarter. Temperature about 103 degrees. And it's 2nd down and 4, Desert Devils from their own 26. Chevy out of the shotgun. Lardson goes in motion. Chevy rolls to his right, throws with a man in his face, and had a man open for a second. The closest guy to that was Thomas Rhodes, number 20. And might we have another penalty? Not quite sure. Closing moments of the opening quarter, that may be it. That is the end of the first quarter. It's 8-0 in favor of the lead Outlaws on a 46-yard touchdown pass from Gabriel Valenzuela to Jaden Valenzuela.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
Today's Arizona Youth Football game is powered by the husband and wife law team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases, go to husbandandwifelawteam.com.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk.
We are the husband and wife law team.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
Start the second quarter. It is 8-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws on a 46-yard touchdown pass from Gabriel Valenzuela to Jaden Valenzuela. It is 2nd down and 5 for the Desert Devils from their own 26-yard line. Chevy hands off. Going left is 7, trying to get to the outside, and ridden down in a great open field tackle here on the near side. It was Jaden Valenzuela coming up from a safety position to lay the hit on the running back, and that was enough for a first down, though. Move the chains, 1st and 10, Desert Devils from their own 30-yard line. Nice crowd on hand, and just about everybody's got the canopies. It's a little hot to sit out. Chevy checks his plays with 4 receivers out of the shotgun, gets the snap, lost his footing for a second, and going to take off on his own, and taken down from behind by Blue. So Blue making the tackle. I believe the last name Feely, F-E-L-Y, a late addition to the squad, but Blue playing middle linebacker, wearing 43, making a nice stop and a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Desert Devils from their own 32. They trail it 8-0 here early in the second quarter. Four receiver set, empty backfield for Chevy, who goes out of the shotgun. Chevy lost his footing for a second, throws over the middle. It's intended for Lopez, but it goes incomplete. Desert Devils out of Tolleson. And they face a 3rd down and 8 from their own 32-yard line. Wind has picked up again out here, 10 to 15 miles an hour, and it's at the backs of the Desert Devils, going from right to left. Temperature, I guess, 99 degrees, so it's just under 100. It is 8-0 Elite Outlaws here. About 7 minutes approximately remaining in the first half. 4 10-minute quarters. 3rd and 8 Desert Devils from their own 32-yard line. Again, empty backfield, 5 receivers. Chevy will go out of the shotgun. They need their own 40 for a first down. Chevy throws over the middle and goes incomplete. We've got a whistle and potentially a penalty. Intended for 21. Roughing the passer against the Elite Outlaws. So a costly penalty against the Elite Outlaws. It'll be an automatic first down for the Desert Devils, and they spot the ball at the 47. The 47 of the Desert Devils. They trail at 8-0 here, about 6 minutes remaining in the first half. 8 minutes? I guess it's been slow with these passes and not as much running, penalties. Some defensive changes for the Elite Outlaws. First down and 10 for the Desert Devils from their own 47. 3 receivers entire stacked up on the far side, single receiver near side. Chevy out of the shotgun. Chevy will look to throw again, heaves it deep down the right side, and that ball is caught. Tremendous catch by 21. Didn't get the full roster, but 21 making a tremendous catch. And it goes for 21 yards. These kids today have made some some have made some very good catches. The Desert Devils trying to tie the score. They trail at 8-0 here, about 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Fresh set of downs, first down and 10 for the Elite Outlaw, or I should say for the Desert Devils at the 32-yard line of the Elite Outlaws. Again, an empty backfield with 5 receivers. Chevy goes out of the shotgun, checks his wrist, seeing possibly the plays. Big time rush and unloads that ball on the far side, and good pressure coming from Gabriel Valenzuela, and that ball drops on the far side, incomplete. 2nd and 10, Desert Devils at the 32 of the Elite Outlaws. Timeout is called by the Elite Outlaws. About 6 minutes remaining, 7 minutes remaining in this first half. 8-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws, and a 46-yard touchdown pass. Jaden Valenzuela to Gabriel Valenzuela. So after the timeout by the Desert Devils, coached by Christian, he's the head coach today. Desert Devils face a 2nd and 10 at the Elite Outlaws 32. Desert Devils trailing 8-0. About 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Chevy goes under center, single setback with 3 receivers. He will throw again, rolling to his right, being chased, throws on the run. Complete to the far side and a gain of about 7. A gain of about 7 on the far side to 33. They'll credit him officially with 6, making it a 3rd down and 4 for the Desert Devils at the 26 of the Elite Outlaws. Elite Outlaws leading 8-0. 6 minutes approximately remaining in this first half. Certainly 4-down territory and 3rd down and 4. Desert Devils at the 26 of the Elite Outlaws. 4 receivers again. Chevy will go out of the shotgun. He's thrown on just about every play. See if he does it again. Yes, he will look to throw again. Has pressure. Steps up. Rolls to his right. Cuts back in. He's going to be shy of the first down. Again, it was Blue coming up to make the stick. The ball is spotted at the 24 of the Elite Outlaws, and the Desert Devils need to get to about the 22. So 4th down and 2, a big play for both squads. The Desert Devils with Chevy at quarterback, number 15, have thrown on just about every play. He can throw or run. See what they do here on 4th and 2 at the 24 of the Elite Outlaws. 2 backs in the backfield this time. 3 receivers. Chevy will go out of the shotgun on 4th down and 2. A delay, handoff going left this time, and they're not going to get the first down. Penalty marker comes in. It might be a horse collar tackle. 21 got the carry, and it was Jaden Valenzuela making the tackle, and it's going to be a horse collar, I believe. It will go against the Elite Outlaws. A costly penalty on 4th and 2. So a costly penalty against the Elite Outlaws. They lead at 8-0 here, about halfway through the second quarter. And the drive stays alive for the Desert Devils. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line of the Elite Outlaws. Four receivers set out of the shotgun is Chevy. Single running back to his left. Chevy will look to throw again. Lofts it towards the end zone. It goes incomplete. Tended for Santos. Coverage by Jaden Valenzuela, and he just led him a little bit too far. Temperature right around 99 degrees, and we've got slight wind at the back going from right to left for the Desert Devils as they try to tie this score. They trail at 8-0 here, about 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 2nd down and 10 for the Desert Devils at the 12 of the Elite Outlaws. Chevy out of the shotgun, 3 receivers. Chevy throws again, right side, and it goes incomplete. Knocked away by Thomas Rhodes, intended for Lopez. So the Elite Outlaws coming up with some good defensive plays, and Desert Devils now facing a 3rd and 10 at the 12-yard line of the Elite Outlaws. Outlaws trying to hold on to an 8-0 lead here about halfway through the second quarter. They need the 2-yard line for a first down, do the Desert Devils on 3rd and 10. Chevy from the shotgun. Quick toss here to the near side. It is complete, and it's Lardson just getting back to the original line of scrimmage, chased out by Jaden Valenzuela. So no gain on that play. It'll be 4th down and 10. Desert Devils at the 12 of the Elite Outlaws. So what do you call here? I guess it's certainly a passing situation as Chevy brings in the play from the sideline for the Desert Devils. 4th down and 10, Desert Devils at the Elite Outlaws 12-yard line. They need the 2-yard line for a first down. Elite Outlaws leading 8-0, about 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Spread the field with 4 receivers. Chevy will go out of the shotgun. And now timeout is called by the Elite Outlaws. Want to make sure they've got all their ducks in a row. Today's Arizona Youth Football League game is powered by the Husband and Wife Law Team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases, go to husbandandwifelawteam.com. Earlier ball games today, and at noon, 10 and under, the Warhawks beat the Cobras 22-0, and the 2 o'clock game, 11 and under, Squad 48 beat the Casa Grande Scorpions 36-18. These teams will head to the championships next week. Well, we'll see what the Desert Devils have up their sleeve on 4th down and 10 at the 12-yard line of the Elite Outlaws as they trail the Elite Outlaws 8-0. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Elite Outlaws scored in a 46-yard touchdown pass from Gabriel Valenzuela to Jaden Valenzuela. The 2-point extra point kick by Liam Orozco was good. 4th down and 10, Desert Devils at the 12 of the Elite Outlaws. 4 receivers, Chevy out of the shotgun, single back to his right. Chevy will look to throw again, has all sorts of pressure, escapes the pressure, rolls to his right. Blue grabs onto him and throws incomplete back around the 3-yard line. So Blue, number 43, came around the right side. He's an addition to the team, and a big addition at that. Came around the right side and on downs. The Elite Outlaws take over 1st down and 10 from their own 12-yard line. The pressure was very intense on Chevy. About 4.5 minutes remaining in the half, 8-0 Elite Outlaws. They take over 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Now, Blue will check in, number 43, most likely in the backfield. When we did the Elite Outlaws game a couple weeks ago, he was not on the roster. Gabriel Valenzuela is the quarterback with 3 backs in the backfield. 1st and 10, they hand off to the fullback straight ahead, and I believe that was Blue getting the carry. Fights his way straight ahead and into the middle of that line, headed by Santana and Hernandez. So Blue picks up about 5 yards. 2nd down and 5 for the Elite Outlaws from their own 17. They lead at 8-0, about 4 minutes remaining in the opening half. Blue again is the fullback in the 3-back set in the backfield on 2nd and 5. This time the handoff going left this time and into the secondary, racing to the outside and up over the 30-yard line to the 32. And a big gain that time is Sea-Dog. So an injury on the far side. A 16-yard pickup, but an injury on the far side to one of the Desert Devils. Yeah, hopefully just a Charlie horse. It is 8-0 Elite Outlaws here, about 3 minutes remaining in the half. Got an injured member of the Desert Devils on the far side. Taking his helmet off, he's hurting pretty good. Hopefully it is a Charlie horse. And it's number 1 getting up on the far side for the Desert Devils and taken off the field. So after that 15-yard gain, it is 1st down and 10 for the Elite Outlaws from their own 33-yard line. They lead it 8-0, about 3 minutes remaining in the half. Valenzuela goes under center, and movement on the defensive line. It's offside against the Desert Devils. It'll cost them 5 yards and make it 1st and 5 for the Elite Outlaws from their own 38-yard line. Gabriel Valenzuela over to check the play call. Sea-Dog Cameron Moore, number 0, the running back. 99 degrees out here in Tempe. 3:15 to go here in the half. 8-0 Elite Outlaws. 1st and 5 Elite Outlaws from their own 38-yard line. The handoff to Sea-Dog going right. Trying to get to the outside. Slipped one tackle. Stays on his feet over midfield. And finally taken down after a 20-yard run here on the near side. And Hernandez was in on the play as well as Josiah. So Sea-Dog with a big run around the right side. It'll be 1st and 10. Lead Outlaws at the 47-yard line of the Desert Devils. A timeout for the Elite Outlaws as they lead it 8-0. About a little under 3 minutes remaining in the half. They'd like to go down and get a score before halftime. They'll get the ball to start the second half to the Elite Outlaws. Elite Outlaws scored in the first quarter in a 46-yard touchdown pass from Gabriel Valenzuela to Jaden Valenzuela. 2-point extra point kick was made by Liam Orozco. So the Elite Outlaws 1st down and 10 at the Desert Devils 47-yard line. Gabriel Valenzuela goes out of the shotgun on 1st down and 10. 3 receivers. High snap, he's going to get it off and fires deep down the near side of the field. Tended over here for Jaden Valenzuela. Coverage by Lopez. Throwing into a slight wind, Gabriel Valenzuela. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Elite Outlaws at the 47 of the Desert Devils. Elite Outlaws up 8-0 here. Closing minutes of the first half. Second down and 10. Valenzuela again looks left and throws on the run. It is complete to the far side and slipping a tackle, staying in bounds, and finally driven out of bounds. On that far side, a good catch made over there by Thomas Rhodes. A 24-yard pickup on that toss to the far side to Rhodes. Move the chains. First down and 10. Valenzuela will look to throw again. Throws towards the end zone. It is intercepted by the Desert Devils at the 5-yard line by number 1. So Valenzuela throwing maybe one too many times, and it's intercepted by number 1 of the Desert Devils at the 5-yard line. So that drive goes by the wayside. Elite Outlaws continue to lead at 8-0. 2.5 minutes remaining in the half, but they come up empty on that one. They're going to spot the ball at the 9-yard line of the Desert Devils. Wind is picked up again and blowing pretty good. The canopy's down below. If anything, the wind is at the back going from right to left for the Desert Devils. First and 10, Desert Devils from their own 9-yard line. They trail it 8-0, 2.5 minutes remaining in the half. Four receiver set. Chevy is the quarterback wearing number 15. And a timeout is called by the Desert Devils.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
Today's Arizona Youth Football game is powered by the husband and wife law team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases, go to husbandandwifelawteam.com.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk.
We are the husband and wife law team.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
8-0 Elite Outlaws here, about 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. First down and 10, Desert Devils from their own 9-yard line after the interception. First and 10, Chevy out of the shotgun will look to throw. Steps up, being pressured, eludes one man. Darts to his left, up over the 20. Stays on his feet and finally taken down after a 13-yard gain by Sea-Dog. I tell you, Chevy can really move. Even if he goes back to pass, he certainly will look to throw also. That appears to be the end of the first half. So just like that, that is the end of the first half with the Elite Outlaws leading 8-0 over the Desert Devils.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
Today's Arizona Youth Football game is powered by the husband and wife law team. serious injury, or wrongful death cases, go to husbandandwifelawteam.com.
You don't stand a chance. This would be a cakewalk.
We've prepared for this, but they're bigger than us. They're all talk.
We are the husband and wife law team.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
Today's Arizona Youth Football game is powered by the husband and wife law team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases, go to husbandandwifelawteam.com.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk.
We are the husband and wife law team.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry out here at Tempe Corona del Sol High School, which opened in 1977 in South Tempe off of Warner and Rural Roads. It is 8-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws as we're set to start the third quarter. The Desert Devils with Santana will kick off. Back deep, Jaden Valenzuela, number 2 here on the near side, and Sea Dog on the far side to return this kick. The Elite Outlaws leading 8-0 on a 46-yard touchdown pass from Gabriel Valenzuela to Jaden Valenzuela. So just about set to start this third quarter as Santana will kick off for the Desert Devils. 99 degrees and a little bit of a breeze, wind at the back of Santana kicking from right to left. So Santana with a good onside kick, and he recovered it. It's going to go to the Desert Devils. It was a tremendous onside kick by Valenzuela, and the thing that you wonder about, obviously, that he did not commit going offside, but he hustled right after that ball. Glad I'm not reffing, because that's one that in the NFL they would be replaying that a couple of times, because it's a beautiful onside kick, but to follow it that closely, it's a close call between being offsides and being onside. So nevertheless, Santana, a great onside kick. He recovered himself, and Desert Devils trailing 8-0 as we start the third quarter with great field position after recovering their own onside kick at the 49-yard line of the Elite Outlaws. You know, the interesting thing about the NFL, there was times before that you could catch the opponents napping, so to speak, doing an onside kick on the opening kickoff or doing one any time. You can't do that anymore because of the new rules. So I guess safety is probably a better thing than, how often do you do onside kicks with that? But yeah, it helps with the safety. First down and 10 for the Desert Devils, the 49-yard line of the Elite Outlaws. Elite Outlaws leading 8-0 here, beginning of the third quarter. Chevy back to throw, rolls to his right, being chased. Throws back against the grain, sometimes a no-no. Throws back, and Larson was in position to maybe make the catch, but he had about 4 men of the Desert Devils right around him. So that's a dangerous pass when you start throwing back against the grain. Jaden Valenzuela as well as Caleb Pearson in the vicinity. It's a type of pass you could get picked off, but he had a lot of zip on that. It wasn't thrown back with not much zip on it. So after the incompletion, it's second down and 10 for the Desert Devils from their, I should say, the 49 of the Elite Outlaws. Elite Outlaws leading 8-0 here, opening moments of the third quarter. Chevy, wearing number 15, is the quarterback. 3 receivers set. Man comes in motion towards the near side. And now Chevy under pressure, throws it to the right side. It is complete. And racing down the far sideline and knocked out of bounds is Santos. So Santos making a nice catch in that right flat and took it down to the 32-yard line, a gain of 17. So a timeout is called by the Elite Outlaws, and that's awfully quick. Kind of surprised that they would call a timeout just the third play into the third quarter. Obviously, they saw something they did not like. Maybe with the onside kick, kind of caught them by surprise, and now the completion, the Elite Outlaws trying to nip that in the bud. It'll be first down and 10 for the Desert Devils at the 32-yard line of the Elite Outlaws, and the Elite Outlaws leading 8-0, just really 3 minutes into the third quarter. Yeah. All right, 3 plays, not 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 plays into the third quarter. Maybe 2 minutes in. So the Elite Outlaws burning an early timeout here in the third quarter. After the gain of 17, it's first down and 10 for the Desert Devils at the 32 of the Elite Outlaws. 4 receivers. Chevy will go out of the shotgun. 33 goes in motion. Chevy has looked to throw on just about every play. If not, he'll take off running. He has some very good wheels. Here comes the blitz. He's in trouble running for his life. Chevy throws back against the grain, and a tremendous catch again by Lopez. Wow, there's been some great grabs caught today from both squads. A 15-yard pass completion as Chevy was running for his life, and a tremendous catch by Lopez at the 17-yard line. All day long, all 3 ball games, we've seen some great catches. Chevy, what a pass running for his life. Drive stays alive. Desert Devils first and 10 at the 17 of the Elite Outlaws. Elite Outlaws leading 8-0 here, early stages of the third quarter. Chevy out of the shotgun with 4 receivers. Has pressure again, lofts it up, and turning the wrong way, Lardson, and far over into that right corner for the Elite Outlaws, Thomas Rhodes. Wind has picked up again, blowing from right to left about 15 miles an hour, and that's at the back of Chevy and the Desert Devils. The shadows have come out, which is good for the people here on the home side, as the sun has been blocked out. But if you're on the far side, the Desert Devils side, they're still in a lot of sun, most people with big canopies. Second down and 10, Desert Devils at the 17-yard line of the Elite Outlaws. The Outlaws leading 8-0 here. Around 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 4 receivers, Chevy out of the shotgun. Lofts it here to the near side, man-to-man coverage, and it is knocked away at the last second. So a couple of number 18s going after each other. It was intended for Lardson. Caleb Pearson, a great job knocking it away on defense for the Elite Outlaws. "99 degrees, but the wind really helps cool it a little bit, as it's at the back of the Desert Devils, now facing a third down and 10, 17-yard line of the Elite Outlaws. 4 receivers, Chevy out of the shotgun, a back lines up to his right in the backfield. Chevy, here comes the blitz, running for his life, running to his right. He outruns the pressure and throws it on the run to the far side into traffic. It was intended for Lardson, but Showing some great wheels that time was Chevy to get away from that blitz. That'll drive defensive linemen crazy. So a 4th down and 10 for the Desert Devils after the incompletion. Better than getting a sack, though, for them. Outlaws leading 8-0 here, about 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The Desert Devils need the 7-yard line for a 1st down on 4th down and 10. Lopez goes under center and takes it himself and goes around the right side and taken down after a short gain. So a short gain of 3 yards as Lopez took the ball under center and ran it to his right, but only picked up 3 yards. Yeah. So on downs, the Elite Outlaws take over 1st down and 10 from their own 14-yard line. They lead it 8-0 here about halfway through the third quarter, and a handoff to Blue straight ahead, and he's close to the 1st down. Check that. I should say it's Jaden Valenzuela getting the call that time. And he picks up 13 yards straight ahead with some good blocking. Move the chains, 1st down and 10. Lead Outlaws from their own 27. A direct snap going straight ahead. Hernandez with the tackle and a pickup of about 3 to Blue. The quarterback is Gabriel Valenzuela. A gain of 4, another direct snap to Blue. Fights his way straight ahead. And he's over the 35-yard line, just shy of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and 1. As Blue getting that direct snap, let's see if he gets it again on 3rd and 1. Elite Outlaws from their own 36-yard line, so they're trying something a little bit different. This time a direct snap. Jaden Valenzuela fighting his way here to the right side, and he's going to have the 1st down and more. It'll be a gain of 11 for Jaden Valenzuela around the right side. Elias Valenzuela with the head coach. Move the chains, and the Elite Outlaws trying to add to an 8-0 lead here with about 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. A direct snap again, and this is Sea-Dog going straight ahead. So they've kind of changed their strategy, have the Elite Outlaws with these direct snaps. And a gain of 3 for Sea-Dog out to midfield. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Cameron Moore, Sea-Dog. 2nd down and 7. They continue to run these direct snaps. And that's Jaden Valenzuela going left, now cuts back to his right. Thought he was going to get to the 1st down, but he's going to be just shy. .31 in on the tackle. A gain of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Elite Outlaws at the 44 of the Desert Devils. See if they do the direct snap once again. It is a direct snap. Getting the carry to the right side this time and picking up the 1st down and a gain of 3 is Thomas Rhodes. So Rhodes getting the carry and taken down here on the near side by 21. So the Elite Outlaws changing things up here with direct snaps. They lead it 8-0 here. Guessing about 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. A timeout is called by the Desert Devils. Elite Outlaws leading, getting 8 points in the opening half. 46-yard touchdown pass from Gabriel Valenzuela to Jaden Valenzuela. The 2-point extra point kick was good by Liam Orozco. So the Elite Outlaws changing things up here with some direct snaps, and it's certainly working. They have it first down and 10 at the 41 of the Desert Devils. Today's Arizona youth football game is powered by the husband and wife law team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases, go to husbandandwifelawteam.com. The 2 ball games earlier at noon, it was 10 and under. The Warhawks beating the Cobras 22-0, and then 2 p.m. 11 and under. Squad 48 beating the Scorpions 36-18. Here it is 8-0 Elite Outlaws, about 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. First and 10, Elite Outlaws at the 41-yard line of Desert Devils. Looks like they're going to stick with that direct snap. Rhodes gets a snap again, goes straight ahead with some good blocking, and is going to pick up about 4 yards into the interior of that line. So the change-up here has been pretty good for the Elite Outlaws doing the direct snap. Second down and 6. Rhodes again with blockers going left. Hit off one man. Rhodes off to the races down the left sideline. It's a foot race, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. 37 yards on that run by Rhodes on the direct snap. The strategy certainly has worked for the Elite Outlaws, and they lead it now 14-0. About 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Rhodes really showing a burst there going around the left side. Yeah. Liam Orozco will try the extra point. Jaden Valenzuela to hold. He made his first one a 2-point kick. This is up. It is no good. The kick looked good, but I guess he just missed it right. The score stays 14-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws, with about 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. So the Elite Outlaws really meant business on that last offensive possession, going with the direct snap the whole way down the field, and it worked to perfection. So plenty of time to go in this one, about 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter, but the Elite Outlaws leading 14-0. Liam Orozco will do the kicking off for the Elite Outlaws into a slight wind. Lopez here on the near side to return the kick. Far side, number 7. Orozco to kick off for the Elite Outlaws. This one is a kick to the near side. Lopez falls on it at the 29-yard line. Good position kick there by Orozco. So the Elite Outlaws with a 14-0 lead will go to work on defense here against Chevy and the Desert Devils. Christian is the head coach for the Desert Devils, coaching today. The Elite Outlaws coached by Elias Wind has picked up again, blowing from right to left, about 10 to 15 miles an hour, so it's at the backs of Chevy and the Desert Devils. First and 10, Desert Devils from their own 29-yard line. They trail it 14-0 here, later stages of the third quarter. 4 10-minute quarters. 4 receivers. Chevy out of the shotgun will look to throw. He can run or pass, and through the hands of number 7 in the right flat. Good crowd on hand here, and I mentioned everybody on the home side here. On the side of Elite Outlaws now, the shade has come out, blocking the sun, and it's got to feel good. The far side, Desert Devils, they're still in that sun. A lot of canopies over there. Second and 10, Desert Devils from their own 29-yard line. 3 receivers set, Chevy flanked by a pair of running backs in the backfield. And a ball is on the field. You know what I haven't seen for a long time is a kickball, the old rubber balls. It kind of looks like one of those. Do kids still play kickball? Do they have that? I don't know what they do. Yeah, that looks like one of the old kickballs that kid has got down there. Second down and 10 for the Desert Devils from their own 29-yard line. Chevy goes back to throw, has pressure, throws it deep down the middle of the field into coverage, and it goes incomplete, intended for Lardson. Caleb Pearson, Thomas Rhodes on the coverage. They've done a fine job today. Hard to remember these guys are just 11 and under. I mean, seeing them from up here, you don't realize that they're still just that age, but they're so far ahead of anything I remember growing up. Desert Devils facing a 3rd and 10 from their own 29-yard line. They trail it 14-0 here in the later stages of the third quarter, and a timeout is called by the Desert Devils. Nine-yard line. Chevy out of the shotgun with 4 receivers. They trail it 14-0 later stages of the third quarter. Chevy gets a snap, bobbles it, running to his right. Throws back against the grain and nearly, well, it was intercepted. It looked like it skipped for a moment. And it was intercepted on the play by Caleb Pearson, who's had a very fine afternoon. That's one the NFL might replay about 3 or 4 times. From here, it looked like it skipped, but obviously that was not the case. The referees are right there. So with some good pressure, forced Chevy to throw the interception. That appears to be the end of the third quarter. So the end of the third quarter, it is 14-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws.
They have no idea what they're about to see. A team that's actually ready. They're counting on us to quit.
You don't stand a chance. This will be a cakewalk.
This is what we've waited for.
We've prepared for this. But they're bigger than us. They're all talk. Our team is not afraid to fight.
We are the husband and wife law team.
Call the husband and wife law team first.
That was great, Alexis. I didn't even get hit this year.
Start the fourth quarter. It is 14-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws. And a direct snap here to Blue, who goes straight ahead on first down and 10. He is pile driving guys and down to the 26-yard line. Gain of 16 for Blue, who goes straight ahead. The strategy of going to the direct snaps for the Elite Outlaws starting in the third quarter has really worked. Worked to perfection. First down and 10. Blue out of the shotgun, a direct snap again, goes straight ahead, and he's carrying defenders for a gain of 7 inside the 20 to the 18. In fact, they mark him down at the 19, a gain of 6. So Blue has had a good afternoon defensively and running the ball. Second down and 3 for the Elite Outlaws at the 19-yard line of the Desert Devils. A penalty against the Desert Devils, but that's declined. Second and 3, again, potential for a direct snap to Blue. He gets it and goes straight ahead, runs over a couple of guys, and a penalty marker comes in. Not sure what the penalty would be, just some hard running. It looks like a chop block against the defense. I don't know. I guess anytime you hit low, it's dangerous. Nevertheless, the penalty goes against the Desert Devils, and it's first down and goal for the Elite Outlaws at the 8-yard line. A direct snap again, going left with blockers and down to the 1-yard line. Again, that was Thomas Rhodes, who had a 37-yard touchdown run earlier, and then the first touchdown, 46-yard touchdown pass from Gabriel Valenzuela to Jaden Valenzuela. We've got an injured player for the Desert Devils, number 65, and going to take a break in the action. So after the injury to one of the Desert Devils, the score is 14-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws. They're knocking on the door, first down and goal at the 1-yard line of the Desert Devils. Imagine they'll continue to run it out of the direct snap. The quarterback out of the shotgun is Gabriel Valenzuela. He will get the direct snap. He's going to take it himself, and he just waltzes into the end zone. A penalty marker. Yeah, Gabriel Valenzuela got into the end zone, and somebody was in his way, and he knocked him down. I can't imagine that's a penalty, but well, nevertheless, a 1-yard touchdown run by Gabriel Valenzuela. It's now 20-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws. I'm wondering if the penalty was that he knocked the guy down, but the guy was there. I don't get that either. He didn't go out of his, the guy was in his way. I think that would be assessed on the kickoff. Liam Orozco, who is 1 for 2 in extra points, will try the kick for 2 points. So Orozco will try to make it 22-0 if he can make the 2-point conversion on the kick. Snap is good. The place is good. That kick is pounded, and it's good. So Orozco knocks it through. It is 22-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws here, the beginning of the fourth quarter. Now what? Well, are they going to make him kick it again? He's got a good leg. Well, it looks like they're going to make him try the extra point again. This would come from about 30 yards. Yeah, I don't get it. He's going to have to get back more than 5 yards. So this extra point will come from 29 yards for Orozco. He was trying them. He's got plenty of leg. That looked like offside against, and it was offside against the Desert Devils. That'll move it down to about a 24-yard extra point try. Yep. So it'll be about a 24-yard extra point try. The key thing, you know, is at least getting back. You're supposed to be 7 yards back on the snap, as long as you got enough room. And this kick is up. It looks good, and it is good. 22-0 as Orozco knocks it through twice for the 2-point conversion for the Elite Outlaws. Got to keep your eye on as far as kickers go around the area. So start of the fourth quarter. Quite a bit of time left, but the Elite Outlaws with a commanding 22-0 lead. Wind continues to blow from right to left. Maybe times 10 to 15 miles an hour. So Orozco will have the wind at his back. Now, there was 2 penalties on that for the extra point try. I would have thought that one of those would have been assessed on the kickoff. Maybe. You can see the wind blowing, on the officials. They did assess it on the extra point. Ended up only being about 5 yards. But a nice wind at the back of Orozco, kicking off from right to left for the Elite Outlaws. Oh, brother. Kind of surprised. Well, there are already the 2 penalties on the extra point, and now they are assessing one. This might have been the one on Valenzuela when he got into the end zone, knocking the guy over, but I don't think he went out of his way. So Liam Orozco will kick off from his own 25 after the 15-yard penalty that had happened on the last kick, and he drives that one. A very good kick, bounces at the 30. It's not going to roll to the end zone. Picked up at the 15-yard line by 7. Brings it back. Finally taken down after a 16-yard return, the 31-yard line. Couldn't really keep track of those penalties. I'm not sure what was going on. But Liam Orozco with a very good leg. Got to keep an eye on for the elite Outlaws. So the Desert Devils now in a bit of a hole. 22-0, they trail it here, early stages of the fourth quarter. Today's Arizona Youth Football game is powered by the husband and wife law team. Serious injury or wrongful death cases, go to husbandandwifelawteam.com. So the Desert Devils trailing 22-0 here in the early stages of the fourth quarter will go to work 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Chevy is the quarterback. He can pass or run. Hernandez lines up to his right in the backfield. Another man to his left with 3 receivers. Chevy gets the snap, the handoff to Hernandez inside, and he picks up about a yard. He was hit low inside by Blue. Blue wearing number 43, and he's had a big day on offense and defense. A gain of 1 on the run by Hernandez. 2nd down and 9. Desert Devils from their own 32. They're in a big hole, trailing 22-0 to the elite Outlaws here in the fourth quarter. Early stages of it. And I guess, the more they run the ball, it runs the clock. But see what happens here. 2nd down and 9, Desert Devils from their own 32. 3 receivers, Chevy out of the shotgun, running back lined up to his left. And now a whistle and a flag on the far side, of legal motion against the Desert Devils. It'll cost them 5. About 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, 22-0, elite Outlaws. After the 5-yard penalty, it is 2nd and 14 for the Desert Devils back of their own 27-yard line. Chevy out of the shotgun with 4 receivers. I believe it's Hernandez lined up to his left. Chevy will look to throw again, heaves it over the middle, and it is complete to Lopez at midfield. And he's going to pick up 18 yards out to the 46-yard line. Tackle made by Thomas Rhodes. So Lopez has had a nice afternoon. Good throw over the middle by Chevy. Desert Devils now going into a slight wind. They trail at 22-0, about 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10, Desert Devils from their own 46-yard line. 4 receivers set, Chevy out of the shotgun. Back lined up to his left on 1st and 10. Chevy again, pressured, rolls to his right, in trouble, and down he goes. Leading the charge that time, Gabriel Valenzuela, as well as Ray Biebrich. That's about the first time they've gotten to him today. Chevy has been able to really get away from the pressure. Very good wheels. A loss of 7 on the play. 2nd and 17. Elite Outlaw, or I should say, Desert Devils back at their own 39. Elite Outlaws led it 8-0 after a 46-yard touchdown pass. Gabriel Valenzuela to Jaden Valenzuela. Rhodes a 37-yard run. 1-yard run by Gabriel Valenzuela. 2 out of 3 for extra points for Roscoe. 2-point conversions. 2nd and 17, Desert Devils from their own 39. 4 receivers. Hernandez lines up to the right of Chevy, who goes out of the shotgun. Chevy will look to throw again, has pressure. Takes off, Blue in his face. Throws it down the far side, and it's intercepted at the 32-yard line. Intercepted at the 32-yard line, and bringing it back this time is Jaden Valenzuela down the far sideline, and he's going to go all the way back for a touchdown. Penalty marker at the 41-yard line of the Desert Devils. It'd go for 68 yards on the return if it counts. But we've got a Desert Devil that is laid out on the far, or actually 2 of them. 2 of the Desert Devils are down. One of them, it appears to be Lopez, number 11. So a penalty marker on the return. Whether it was a block in the back, I'm not sure. If it counts, it'll go for 68 yards for Jaden Valenzuela on the interception return. And the score would be 28-0 should that stand. It appears that the ball will be the touchdown will not count. It appears, as of now, as the referees marking that, spotting the ball at the 45 of the Elite Outlaws. The Desert Devils ball players are still sprawled out on the far side. And welcome back, everybody. Eric Anderson along with Jeff Lowry. Tempe Corona del Sol High School. It's 22-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws after the injuries on the far side to the Desert Devils. Penalty marker comes in. That was on the return of the interception by Jaden Valenzuela, but there was a penalty on it, so it negated the touchdown. Penalty against the Elite Outlaws. They lead it 22-0 here, about 6 minutes remaining, I guess, in the fourth quarter. First down and 15, Elite Outlaws from their own 40-yard line. Valenzuela out of the shotgun. He fires it over the middle, complete for a 7-yard gain. Complete to Caleb Pearson, who's done a fine job at cornerback. Made a nice catch on that one. A gain of 7. Second down and 8. Elite Outlaws from their own 47-yard line. Yes, Drew Pearson. Preston Pearson was running back. Yeah. That is the end of the ball game. We thought that there was like 6 minutes remaining. Well, nevertheless, final score 22-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws beating the Desert Devils. So a little bit surprised, but pleasantly surprised as the outcome was not in doubt. 22-0 in favor of the Elite Outlaws winning that. I'm Eric Anderson for